So I'm Cole from Adelina Wines and Some Young Punks. We're from the Clare Valley in South Australia. I guess Punks is a trio of winemakers with disparate and bizarre backgrounds in the wine industry. We've all kind of been based here for about 20 years, doing different things from kicking it in the cellar to working as academics. We started Punks as a brand in 2005, and it really kind of came about as a function of just a bit of fun and a kind of tongue-in-cheek look at the industry. And really as a side project from what our other day jobs were, which was working at the university, running Adelina Wines for Jen and I, and for Nick, the third winemaker, working at a corporate winery in McLaren Vale. Our winemaking style is a little aloof at times, and we segregate the wines into stylistic differences as well. So we kind of focus on what we think we're trying to achieve in a different label series. So it's anything from quite contemporary in production, using the techniques that are available to us that we've learned over the years, to very minimalist traditional styles of wine and production, and really just enjoying what we do. So that kind of gives us a regard to make wines and craft wines that we think are true to form or fun or varietal or just something different, with no true set recommendation or prescription to what we try to do or achieve. I guess over the last few years we may have changed our styles slightly, but that's really been just as a function of vineyard changes, opposed to anything that we've chosen succinctly out of a winemaking preference. I guess we're never too worried about market forms and conformity, so it's really just been push in the right direction and a selfish plug for what we think is the right thing to do. It's been tough in Australia the last 10 years because it's quite a warm climate. There has been some drier seasons that have confronted us, and one or two wet seasons. I guess historically, we've seen temperatures climb slightly in that time period, but whether this is an artifact to what's going on temporally across the globe, or whether these are just simple spots in terms of a weather map across hundreds of years, I'm not sure. Hopefully that our winemaking style can adapt and influence what we know and try to achieve to make the wines that we hope will be drinkable and delicious. As Punks, we actually don't own any land. We buy all our fruit from a group of growers that we've worked with for the past kind of 9 years now. They're people that kind of share similar ethoses to us. They love growing grapes, we love making wine, and it's really kind of like a small community. Unfortunately, tattoos cost a lot of money, so I don't have a lot of money to buy land, and I have a lot of tattoos. That aside though, we have a small acreage for the winery Adelina, where we make a lot of the Punks wines. We have a very small acreage of 100-year-old Shiraz vines, 80-year-old Grenache vines, and recently we've just started replanting with, I guess, what would consider traditional varieties of our region in Clare, so Mataro or Mourvèdre, and Shiraz as well. Future-wise for us, I have no idea. Things change so frequently. The whole adaptation of Punks really came about so quickly. In our first year we made 110 cases, now we make 17,000 cases. I think first and foremost, all we want to do is try and achieve is just have some fun and make sure that what we do is appealing visually, but more importantly, aside from the garnish as our label on the bottle, it's delicious and sounds, and it speaks of Australia as well. And that's pretty much my story.